All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Spiral Podcast. Today's the Wednesday episode where I talk about Ohio State, and for Ohio State fans, it was a pretty big weekend last weekend. It was the Ohio State spring game, and I just want to give my analysis on it. Give some thoughts, some goods, some bads, and just overall, how did the Buckeyes do in the spring game? So let's just start with the goods I saw. I think the wide receivers look solid again. Obviously, Jeremiah Smith didn't play amazing, but he still played really good. Emeka Egbuka had some crazy catches. Tight ends showed some good things. Overall, I think receivers just look great. The Ohio State's receivers are always good. And also, one thing that was really good to me was the running game. Even some of the second and third stringers still looked really solid for the Buckeyes. Travion and Quinshon Junkins is going to be a hard run game, 1-2 punch to stop. That's just really hard. That's going to be really hard for teams to stop. And then I noticed that the defense is probably a top 3 defense in the country. Caleb Downs, Igmanosin, Denzel Burke. Just like everybody, the defensive line with Sawyer and Tui Malawau, Ty Leak, Ty Hamilton, all those guys, they're going to be really hard to stop. That D-line especially, that D-line just looks so hard to stop, dude. I don't know how many teams are going to be able to. I think one thing I noticed that wasn't necessarily about the players was that Ryan Day, he seems to be doing a little better as more of a manager of the team, like an actual coach instead of more of an offensive play caller. I just think he can look over the whole team more, take some pressure off of himself, and he can really just manage both sides of the ball better, I think, which is a plus. And then I would say that the O-line wasn't actually terrible. Obviously the O-line's a decent concern, I would say, still, but they looked pretty good. They made some holes. I don't know. I think they looked pretty solid, so I think that's good. And then there's some of the bad things I saw. Was that the quarterbacks don't necessarily look bad, but the quarterback battle between Brown and Howard isn't really desired. I'm hoping that Howard gets more used to the offense and is a little more adjusted to it and starts doing better than Devin Brown, because I like Devin Brown, but I really hope that he doesn't start over Will Howard, just because we had to get somebody in the transfer portal, and then we got somebody who's losing to our backup pretty much, so that would kind of suck, but who knows? It's hard to tell. So I mean, Will Howard looked good, but they both looked pretty good, but I still think Will Howard's better. But they didn't look bad, but they weren't great either, so that's kind of a bad thing. And then obviously the O-line is still a little bit scary, but they do seem to be pretty decent to me. They don't seem terrible, so that's, I guess, good, but O-line probably needs some work. And then linebackers, they didn't really do bad, but I'm kind of hoping one of them steps up a little more. I didn't really see too many crazy plays from a linebacker. Linebacker needs to be pretty solid next year for the defense to be really good. And then I think just takeaway that we need, like I said with Will Howard, kind of is that the team just needs time to gel together. We got a lot of new guys from the transfer portal, and they can't just all magically start having chemistry together. It takes time. We still have a long time, until it's time to actually play games. But I think we just need to gel a little bit more. And then our kicker also missed a field goal, but it was pretty windy, so that wasn't too bad. And then my overall analysis is that, I think they look good. The team is still new, so I think we need time to, like I said, get everybody working together, get comfortable with the flow of how the Ohio State offense and defense runs. I think in the offseason, some spots will get better, even after the spring game, obviously. And, I don't think we should worry about things too much. Spring game's kind of just mainly having fun, getting some new guys out there, giving them some reps in the shoe. So, really, I think it was a pretty solid spring game overall. Ohio State, my opinions on Ohio State hasn't really changed at all, to be honest. I still think they look like one of the best teams in the country. Obviously, Georgia, Alabama, teams like that are up there still, but I think Ohio State looks really good. So that's just my analysis of Ohio State's spring game. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any comments, make sure to just leave them. Make sure to like and subscribe on the video. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one.